Welcome to another Daily Classics Top Pick based on originality, condition, and price. Today's feature car is a 1991 Plymouth Laser RS. It's a blast of the 90s, folks. My name is Rob Lofaris. You're watching the Daily Classics channel. Let's go check this car out. I found this car on Craigslist this morning. It's based in San Diego, California. Nice place to visit. It's owned by a dealer. The selling dealer is asking $89.95. It's a 1991 Plymouth Laser RS. It has the 2.0 liter four-cylinder engine. It's got a 5-speed manual transmission, what caught my attention in the first place, and 148,000 miles, and we'll talk about that as well. The Plymouth Laser was one of the first vehicles produced under the newly formed Diamond Star Motors partnership between Chrysler and Mitsubishi in their Normal, Illinois assembly plant. It's where they build the Rivian today. That's the Rivian electric vehicle and the Amazon delivery trucks. In 1991, the Laser came with three different versions of the four-cylinder trims. It had the 1.8 liter, which is the base model. It had the RS, which is this car, the 2.0 liter 16-valve double overhead cam engine. And then the RS Turbo added a turbo to this configuration, but it was only available in automatic on the turbo engine. So the only 5-speed car that you can get in this layout here would be the RS 2.0 liter, which, manual transmission's a lot of fun. Anyway, let's go dig into the actual ad and see if we can tear it up a little bit. It's a dealer-owned car, which is fine. A lot of times dealers can get these cars easier than consumers can get them because people trade up and trade in and out of different cars. First thing that you see is the BBS wheels. I don't believe they were standard on the car that year, but they are very handsome wheels. The car's got tinted windows all around. I can guarantee you when you take those tints off, the car is going to have a totally different look. So if you're in a state where you can keep those tints on, more power to you. But if I brought this car back to New York, I'd have to take those tints off. But the selling dealer gives a nice description of the car, which is really cool. I like when people give you some good descriptions. He talks about everything being done on the car, that the car has been replaced, new brakes, new battery. He put a new alternator in the car. He talks about changing the timing belts as well. So we need to find out when all those things happened, if they happened recently, or hopefully there's some type of guidebook or records on this car so you can look at that when you buy the car. But it is an all original car. It's original paint. And it's based in California, and there is a difference when you buy a car in California versus buying a car in the Northeast. Anyway, but the car comes really across looking well. I mean, looking how it stands here, beautiful colors, original body paint. I don't know. It's hard for me to find anything wrong with this car. I mean, the car looks really nice. I like the tail. It's a little higher up in the back. It kind of reminds me of the old Celicas at the time. Nice lift up here, nice beautiful greenhouse. Just a nicely styled car. In the old days, these cars were kind of fast food cars, but the RS editions and cars like this with the BBS wheels, this car had an original asking price. I think the sticker price was close to $15,000. That was a lot of money back then. So in 1991 dollars. Beautiful profile. Again, I can't see anything wrong with the undercarriage. There's no undercarriage photographs, but when we look at the engine bay, we'll go through that real quick. On the inside of the car, when you get into the dash, I love this dashboard. I like this little tilt here with the dash. The analog gauges just stare right at you. It's a real nice cockpit. If you notice, there's no airbag. The 5-speed transmission gearbox here looks like there's not excessive wear. So hopefully the car was driven lightly over a period of 148,000 miles. He says the air conditioning blows cold, which is a good thing. So we'll just take a check on that one that they are. It's an aftermarket radio, which is a big expense. Not necessary, but it's a big expense. Hopefully it's all Bluetooth so you can put your phone to it. And the interior looks beautiful. The seats look great. Back in 1991, manufacturers were struggling to try to find ways to put a supplemental system in without an airbag. And a lot of manufacturers, Japanese especially, they had this retracting seatbelt on the A-pillar. So when you sat in the car and closed the door, this seatbelt would retract, come right up to your shoulder and seat your shoulder up against the seat. But you still had to put the lap belt on manually. So, if you don't put that manual belt on, you can submarine in the car if you had a crash. But it was a pretty cool, solution to a problem that was enduring until 1993, 94, when everybody started going with airbags. But if you look at the door trim on here and the sill and the kick plate here, it looks very original. I don't see any overspray around the rubber strippings and things like that. The striker is original and all that. So those are all positive things. Seats look great. No wear and tear on the seats, which is amazing with 148,000 miles. So kind of proves to me that the person that owned this car took good care of the car. Looking at the engine bay, looks original. Looks like the wires were changed. Looks extremely clean. It's hard to disguise rust on an engine bay. So you can look at that original sticker on the firewall from the manufacturer, a new battery. Car looks as nice as you can ask for a car with that much miles. Now, remembering in California, San Diego miles are a lot different than New York City miles or any type of Philadelphia driving. San Diego's really open and wide. So, 148,000 miles, a lot of people have the original brakes on their cars out there. It's not like Los Angeles and things like that. So they're kinder miles on the car than they would be if they were in a major city. That's just something to take into consideration. But I'm thinking that you'd have to put a clutch in this car soon if it hasn't been done already, and he doesn't call that out in the actual ad. So that's one of the points to negotiation. So overall, the headlines to me on this car is it's a beautiful car. It's priced on the high side at $89.95. Most of the members on the Facebook page thought anywhere between $6,000 would be a good deal. So you have 6 to 9. You got a $3,000 difference to try to put a deal together with this dealer. He may have paid only $5,000 for this car, and he's trying to make a home run and all, but that's fine. So, would I buy this car for $6,500? I think I would. I'd like to see the service records on it before I would hand over the cash, but this car has a lot of appeal for me and also to our members on our Facebook page as well. So that wraps up our top pick for today. To get all the details on this car and all the cars that we feature, please click on the Facebook link here on the front page of our YouTube channel. Please subscribe to this channel as well if you enjoy the content. Share with friends and give us a thumbs up if you like the video that you're seeing tonight. And thanks very much for your support of the channel. We'll see you again tomorrow on another Daily Classics top pick. Till then, enjoy.